200 years have passed since Han Li left Huangfeng Valley. While not insurmountable in the long lives of cultivators in the mortal realm, 200 years is enough for the world to change drastically, for youth to grow old, for a sect to rise and fall, and for former friends to scatter to the four winds. Of those familiar faces in Huangfeng Valley, those cultivators who had crossed paths with Han Li, only 6 remain active in the cultivation world today, swept away by the tides of time. Let us explore together what these 200 years have taken away and who they have changed. This history spanning 2 centuries is not only a record of individual destinies but also a microcosm of the rise and fall of the cultivation world in Tiannan. The first deceased, Lei Wanhe, a stagnant core formation cultivator. Lei Wanhe, who appears at the beginning of this year's story, was Han Li's senior uncle during his time in Huangfeng Valley. This elder, who had helped Han Li deal with the traitor of the Thousand Bamboo sect and indirectly allowed him to acquire the Great Evolution technique, was already a core formation cultivator 200 years ago. 200 years later, however, he remains stuck at the core formation stage, his cultivation stagnant, and it seems unlikely he will ever reach the nascent soul stage. Lei Wanhe's situation perfectly reflects the cruelty of the cultivation path. Talent, opportunity, and temperament are all indispensable. Even a former master can be stuck at a certain level for life, watching helplessly as those who come after surpass them. Interestingly, another stunningly beautiful female cultivator, Ying from Yellow Maple Valley, also encountered danger with Lei Wanhe. This name might be unfamiliar to many readers. In the novel, she was a female cultivator who entered the sect at the same time as Han Li, possessing outstanding talent and exceptional beauty, and never lacking admirers. Unfortunately, due to limited screen time, this character was removed from the animated adaptation. However, in the original work, Ying's presence adds a bright touch to that past event. Han Li's reunion with these 2 old acquaintances occurred in a rather dramatic situation. At that time, Han Li had just finished the famous escape technique competition with Marquis Nanlong and was secretly returning to Tiannan in Mulan's convoy when he encountered these 2 old friends in danger. The 5 core formation cultivators from Tiannan were being suppressed by a nascent soul stage cultivator from Mulan. The difference in strength was too great, and they were powerless to fight back. The bald-headed Mulan cultivator hadn't gone all out because he was attracted to Ying's beauty and intended to capture her as a cultivation vessel, hence his hesitation. Just when things were at their worst, Han Li intervened. Sensing Han Li's nascent soul stage cultivation, the cultivator turned and fled in fright, allowing Lei Wanhe and Ying to escape danger. This reunion not only showcased Han Li's improved cultivation but also depicted the different circumstances of his old friends over the years. The second old friend, Xiao Cuier, from a young girl to a core formation cultivator. The second old friend was Xiao Cuier, the little girl Han Li had introduced to senior brother Ma years ago. If she were to mention Han Li, she might say something like, "Senior brother Han is a chivalrous hero who eliminates demons and protects the righteous path, not some ruthless villain." This young woman possesses both exceptional talent and character, along with the rare dual spiritual roots of earth and wood. Therefore, during the 200 years Han Li was gone, she successfully formed her core and entered the ranks of high-level cultivators. The author speculates that in the animated adaptation, Li Yingning's, Li Nianying in the original novel role will likely be merged into Xiao Cuier's, given Xiao Cuier's important development in the later plot. Furthermore, there's a detail in the novel worth noting. Ying recognized Han Li earlier than Lei Wanhe and even advised him to return to Huangfeng Valley. After much consideration, if this plot point is to be retained in the adaptation, Xiao Cuier is probably the most suitable actress for this role. 200 years have passed, and that once naive and innocent little girl has probably blossomed into a captivating and stunning beauty, like Han Yunji and Yen Ruyan. It's logically sound to cast her as the stunning female cultivator targeted by the Mulan mage. Xiao Cuier's growth trajectory is a microcosm of the new generation of cultivators in Huangfeng Valley. Despite the sect's decline, some still manage to break through their limitations and achieve great cultivation. The third old friend, the near-death Linghu Patriarch. The third old friend is an old acquaintance, Linghu Patriarch. It was he who sacrificed Han Li as a pawn to save the sect. While this decision was ruthless, it was a desperate measure in the face of the sect's survival. When the two meet again, the situation has completely reversed. Han Li is now a nascent soul cultivator in his prime, while Linghu Patriarch is nearing the end of his life. Even more poignant is the current state of Huangfeng Valley. Once a major sect in the Su Kingdom, it has been forced to relocate to the remote Bailiang Kingdom, its influence waning, its talent dwindling, its former glory a distant memory. To ensure the continuation of his sect's lineage, this once arrogant nascent soul ancestor had no choice but to swallow his pride. He first offered the foundation of Yellow Maple Valley as a gift, which Han Li refused. Then, he had to pull out 3 of his most treasured possessions to barely secure Han Li's promise to protect the sect 3 times. This scene not only reveals the cruel reality of the cultivation world where strength reigns supreme, but also paints a tragic picture of a sect's rise and fall. The transformation of ancestor Linghu is highly symbolic. From a powerful figure who could arbitrarily decide the fate of his disciples to a destitute old man forced to beg for help, this shift in status reflects the ironclad rule of the cultivation world that strength determines everything. His unwavering dedication to the sect, even at the end of his life, and his belief in its inheritance, reveals another side of cultivators beyond the pursuit of immortality, their responsibility and commitment to their sect and their lineage. The 4th deceased acquaintance, the wandering senior sister Hong Fu. The 4th is Hong Fu, Han Li's master, Li Huayuan, who sacrificed his life to secure her freedom. The grudges and passions of Li Huayuan's generation have faded into the past with the passing of those involved. After gaining her freedom, Hong Fu left Huangfeng Valley and became a rogue cultivator, wandering throughout the south. Based on the lifespan of a core formation cultivator, she should still be alive 200 years later. Hong Fu's fate represents a typical choice made by the scattered cultivators of Huangfeng Valley. After the sect's decline, many cultivators chose to leave, continuing their pursuit of immortality as rogue cultivators. While this choice meant losing the sect's protection, it also granted them greater freedom. Hong Fu's story also shows us the different ways Huangfeng Valley cultivators responded to the sect's changes. Some persevered, some left. Behind each choice lies a reflection of their individual Dao heart and circumstances. The 5th acquaintance, Dong Xuan'er with a special background. The 5th acquaintance is Hong Fu's daughter, Dong Xuan'er. If she were to see Han Li, she might playfully say, "Han Li, why didn't you come to see me? I haven't had time to see you yet." This woman's background is quite unique. She is the illegitimate daughter of Hong Fu and Yunlu, the old demon of the Hahuan sect, possessing an innate, alluring physique and extraordinary talent. With her father, a mid-nascent soul cultivator, as her backer, forming a core formation is naturally not difficult for her. Dong Xuan'er later specifically sought out Han Li because of her nascent soul inner demons. This plot not only reveals the subtle relationship between her and Han Li, but also hints that even cultivators with backgrounds and talent will encounter various bottlenecks and difficulties on their path to immortality. Dong Xuan'er's character is quite complex. She possesses both the willfulness and pride of a scion of a cultivation family and a persistent pursuit of breakthroughs in cultivation. She enjoys the convenience brought by her father's protection, but must also face various challenges on the path of cultivation. Her existence also connects the subtle network of relationships between Huangfeng Valley and the demonic sections. This intricate connection between good and evil is a true reflection of the ecology of the Tiannan cultivation world, the opposition and cooperation between sects, the entanglement of personal emotions, and the balancing of interests and morality constitute the multidimensional landscape of this world. The 6th acquaintance, Xiang Zhili, the nascent soul cultivator who hidden his identity. The 6th acquaintance of Huangfeng Valley is Xiang Zhili, the nascent soul cultivator. This being, standing at the pinnacle of the human realm, concealed his cultivation in Huangfeng Valley, repeatedly infiltrating the Crimson Forbidden Land in search of a certain important item, but unfortunately he never succeeded. Han Li had sought out Xiang Zhili to inquire about the Crimson Forbidden Land, and the two addressed each other as fellow disciples. At the time, Han Li was completely unaware of Xiang Zhili's true cultivation level. As Huangfeng Valley withdrew from Tiannan, Xiang Zhili also quietly departed. Later, when Han Li cultivated to the late nascent soul stage and learned of Xiang Zhili's true strength, he still addressed him as Senior Brother Xiang because of their connection to Huangfeng Valley. This detail is quite intriguing. It demonstrates Han Li's unwavering loyalty and also reflects the principle in the cultivation world that while cultivation level is important, past relationships cannot be completely erased. Xiang Zhili's existence adds a layer of mystery to the history of Huangfeng Valley. Why would a nascent soul cultivator conceal his cultivation and infiltrate a mid-tier sect? What is he searching for in the Crimson Forbidden Land? These unsolved mysteries not only add suspense to the story, but also hint at the hidden secrets and value of Yellow Maple Valley. Xiang Zhili's attitude towards Han Li also foreshadows the crucial role this former Yellow Maple Valley disciple will play in the cultivation world in the future. More familiar faces vanished in the river of time. Besides these 6 acquaintances who are still known, many more former Yellow Maple Valley friends have long since vanished into the river of time. None of Han Li's fellow disciples broke through to the core formation stage. They all passed away, ending their cultivation journey. Among them was senior sister Chen Xiaoqian, who never married and harbored secret feelings for Han Li. Chen Xiaoqian's passing is particularly poignant. She quietly passed away during a period of illness, unable to form her core or confess her feelings to Han Li. This unrequited love, like many regrets on the path of cultivation, was buried by time, leaving only a lingering sense of melancholy. Chen Xiaoqian's fate represents the end for most cultivators, stagnating at a certain realm and ultimately being eliminated by time. Her story contrasts sharply with those who successfully form their core and nascent soul, revealing the cruelty of the cultivation path. Not everyone has the protagonist's opportunities and perseverance. Most are merely passers-by on this path. The departure of these departed figures not only signifies the end of individual lives, but also the end of an era. Most of the Yellow Maple Valley disciples of Han Li's generation have faded from the historical stage. Their dreams, ambitions, emotions, and regrets have all dissipated with the passage of time. This loss of collective memory is more poignant than the departure of an individual. It marks the end of a generation within a sect and foreshadows a new generation embarking on a different story. The changes in the people of Yellow Maple Valley during the 200 years since Han Li left are like a mirror, reflecting the multifaceted nature of the cultivation world. From Wanhe's stagnation to Xiao Cuier's successful core formation, from Linghu Patriarch's desperate struggle for survival to Xiang Zhili's unfathomable depths, each person's fate tells a story of different possibilities on the path of cultivation. These 200 years have taken away youth, life, and the glory of a sect. What it has changed is cultivation level, status, and relationships between people. But some things remain unchanged. The cultivators' pursuit of immortality, their thirst for power, and their complex emotions towards the past. Han Li's reunions and partings with these old friends are not only personal experiences, but also a microcosm of the rise and fall of the entire cultivation world. The decline of Huangfeng Valley represents the fate of countless sects. The separation of old friends is the inevitable impermanence of life that all cultivators must face. In this world where strength is revered and immortality is the ultimate goal, what is the true value of emotions, memories, and the bonds of the past? Han Li's attitude towards these old friends, whether offering help or maintaining distance, silently answers this question. 200 years is enough for a young man to grow into a giant, for a sect to decline from its peak, and for old friends to scatter to the 4 corners of the earth. But those shared years, those intertwined life paths, cannot be completely erased by time. They exist in another form, influencing everyone's choices and shaping everyone's path. This is perhaps the deepest meaning of the word old friends. They are witnesses to our past and references to our future. As Han Li continues his journey of cultivation, these old friends and past events will become a part of his Tao heart, serving as a constraint, a mirror, a warning, or a driving force. And for us, the observers, this history of the changes in old friends spanning 200 years is also a mirror reflecting our own circumstances. In the long river of time, everyone is experiencing their own 200 years, facing the departure of their old friends, and searching for their own path to immortality. This, perhaps, is the most touching aspect of this story.